Our learning target is, today I will build a race car, including features that stay within my budget. The race is on. You are now one of the most famous race car drivers in the world, and you have the chance to build and design your very own car. You need to stay within your budget to make the fastest car possible. You will choose your car, your tires, your engine, and add-ons to make the best car you can. After everyone is finished, we'll see who wins the race car based on your car's design. We're going to step through the directions together, so before we start, I want you to gather the materials you'll need. You're going to want something to color with. It could be pencils, crayons, markers. You'll need scissors, and you'll need glue or tape. Tape will work just fine as well, whatever you have available. Your budget for this project is $29,000. You're going to be spending your money how you choose between the car, the type of car, the tire, the engine, all of the details. It will all have to fit within your budget. Let's start taking a look at the different kinds of cars. In your packet, you'll notice there are 4 different types of cars. Each car has a number with it and a name at the top left, and then the cost of building that car. Select the car that you want to build. Then, on your budget sheet, don't forget to write the car number and name and how much it cost for you to build that car. The cost is right at the top right corner of the page. Take a look at this car that Mr. Peltzer created. He actually traced his car onto some cardstock so that it would be a little more sturdy. You do not have to do that, but what you do have to do is record all of the costs on your total sheet. Everything is going to be given to you. You don't have to look anything up or invent anything. You just need to make sure you're recording what your things cost. Pause the video here so that you can choose which car you want to build. I've decided to build the zipper. The first thing I need to do is cut out these 3 main pieces. You'll notice that there are little tabs that say glue tab. Be sure you do not cut those off. Cut out everything really carefully. Once you have your pieces cut out, you'll need to take some time to decorate them. Color the side that does not have any writing on it. And also, notice wherever it says fold on the lines, go ahead and fold those lines. It'll help you to understand what sections of your car should be colored. Just remember, any coloring that you do should be on the side that does not have any writing. All of the writing is going to go inside the car. My car, it has some color on it, certainly not a ton of color because I didn't want this video to get too long. But basically, you're going to have to follow the directions and attach the tabs on the sides of the car to the roof. I did notice that tape would be an easier solution, so if you're struggling with this or it's not quite working right, feel free to tape it down. That might really help. I'm using glue on mine, and you'll notice I'm putting glue on the tabs of one side of the car, and then I will be attaching that to the roof of the car. And you can kind of see by the way it's divided up how the sections need to go onto the car. It definitely took a little bit of work to hold it and give it time to dry. I started to want to be in a rush so that I could see it all finished, when really it just needed drying time for each of those tabs. Again, tape would work great right here. With the body of the car finished and put together and waiting to dry, I can focus my attention on the next section, picking out the tires and the engine and all the other details that are on that sheet that is included in your packet. If I look at the car that I'm working on, I need to write down which car I chose. So I went with the Zipper, and the cost for my car was $22,000. So right away, that money has been spent. Let's see what else I'm going to add. I need to start deciding what type of tires or rims I want and the engine. So as I'm looking here, it goes from, there's cheaper ones, there's more expensive ones. I've decided that I'm going to do rim C, and that's going to cost me $2,500. So as I'm considering what I want to buy, I do have to keep in mind I'm only allowed $29,000. So before you start adding all these different items to your car, make sure you can fit everything in your budget. You don't have to use everything. You'll notice down at the bottom, the last 4 options are all optional. As you can see, I'm making some decisions right now about my vehicle before I continue building and designing. You can do the same. The windows are all free. You can put those on your car. I'm choosing to use some of these things and not use some. Some of it just depends on if I think I'm going to have enough money. You get to make choices for your car the way you would like, as long as you stay within your budget. To give you another example, here's Mr. Peltzer's budget. And he decided what he wanted on his car and then filled out his budget sheet just like I was showing you. Feel free to pause right here if you need to take some more time to fill out your budget sheet. Once you have your car built and your budget sheet filled out, the last thing you need to do is find out where your car rates. You'll notice that there are lines with arrows where you're supposed to give yourself a certain amount of points for your decision. Some of the decisions are going to help you a lot and some might not. In the end, this is all for fun and just a creative way to have a race when we're all doing this on our computers. Feel free to pause the video in order to calculate your score here, or I have included this exact document in our Google Classroom. The real question here is, did anyone beat Mr. Peltzer? Mr. Peltzer's score was a 58. He got 6 points for his use of his budget, 10 points for the type of car, 10 points for the maximum speed, 10 points for his engine. He also got another 10 points for his tire trim and 12 points for his supercharger. What was your score? Anybody out there beat Mr. Peltzer's car?